Nah, you got that. All right, just play the one you got, and we're gonna cut it after the hook.
Oh, we're gonna play the album.
Play the album. You got the show. You got the album. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna play the album.
2024 was really a wild year in hip-hop. We all got to witness the biggest culture war in history between Kendrick and Drake, and we might not ever see something this iconic ever again. But were any of you guys aware of another diss track made by Kendrick? This was during the Black Panther and Damn era. Kendrick would have had the internet in shambles if he released this back in 2017. The diss track I'm talking about is this leaked track that resurfaced back in 2023, which fans either call Sun, Paramedic, or Element. If some of these names sound familiar, it's because the title Element was used in 2017 album Damn, and the Paramedic title was used in the Black Panther album, which Kendrick curated. In the leaked track, fans hear both beats used in Paramedic and Element. Paramedic, we hear this chorus. And in Element, we hear this beat, as well as this beginning chorus that says, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. Element focused more on being authentic as well as building legacy and competition. Kendrick addresses the importance of being real and staying authentic in a world that often rewards superficiality. Kendrick also speaks about his dominance in the rap game and his intent to leave a lasting legacy. Paramedic also addresses being authentic but as well as identity. Kendrick collabs with former West Coast group SOBXRBE, and in the single, the group expresses pride in their background while highlighting the struggles and challenges that comes with their upbringing. In the diss track, Kendrick confronts on the popcorn rap in the industry. Before he starts digging on his opponents, Kendrick raps, this verse is clearly self-explanatory. He's not sneak dissing, he's being direct to the people he's beefing with. He says, Kendrick is referring to this 2016 Breakfast Club interview when French Montana mentioned how the industry basically labeled Kendrick as this messiah of hip-hop.
Why you think Kendrick sells more than like street rappers?
Cause they position him like how they did in the Grammys as the new music. Well, I don't feel like that's, it's not that it's not the right thing to do, but I just feel like you see, it was like the whole thing was like Kendrick night.
French said he personally didn't feel that way because he felt that Kendrick music didn't sound mainstream. He wasn't making hits like how his opponents were making. Then he mentions the rapper and producer Jay Electronica. Jay Electronica through silences on my Grammy night. Another dead prophet hoping the God to kill life. Jay Electronica had a lot to say about Kendrick after Pimp a Butterfly was nominated for a Grammy, saying he only know one Kendrick song, and went on to say how Kendrick could embody him and Kendrick wished he could be him. Kendrick then moved on to Big Sean. Now I think the history between Big Sean and Kendrick is actually hilarious. I mean, the streets are saying Sean still feels salty about Control. And I'm not going to put too much time into their beef, but let me remind you what Kendrick rapped about in the 2013 track Control.
Usually homeboys with the same niggas I'm rhyming with, but this is hip hop and them niggas should know what time it is. And that goes for Jamaica, Big Crit Wale, Pusha T, Meek Mills, A$AP Rocky, Drake, Big Sean, Jay Electron, Tyler McMillan. I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas. Trying to make sure your core fans never heard of you niggas. They don't want to hear not one more noun or verb from you niggas. What?
When Vibe magazine asked Sean about if he heard the verse before the song release, he said of course he heard and cracked up when Kendrick sent the verse. He went on to say we all homies and he looked at the situation as a sport. When I heard Kendrick verse, I wasn't about to go back and change my verse. That's cheating. That ain't the way of an OG, that ain't how G's move. I wanted to release the song for the culture of hip hop. as opposed to myself. However, during an interview with Complex in 2015, he clarified that the reason the song never officially released was due to sampling issues. He also said, quote, "There's a lot of negativity on this song, and I don't F with negative. People love drama, people love bull. I knew when Kendrick did the name dropping that it was gonna set it off, and I could see why people gravitated towards that verse. For that reason, I respected him for thinking of that. I never want to shade anybody. I would have been if I cut that out of the verse, or if I didn't put that song out." In 2016, Big Sean threw shots at Kendrick on his track No More Interviews. He rapped,
"Pressed by you niggas rapping fast, we sound like one big asthma attack, but trash when I'm rapping it back. Who you put in your top 5 and claim they the savior of rap? Whoa. So many."
In a 2017 interview with The Breakfast Club, Big Sean clarified that he wasn't washed on Control.
Watched you on Control.
No, stop it.
Sean, come on now. Come on now.
But now, hold on. Let's talk about your song with Eminem, because that's been controversial. And of course, a lot of people consider Eminem to
And
be...
how long ago was that? What year is this?
That were you right? You got you right. Everybody improved. You're right.
But you do have Eminem on the album.
And I still don't feel like I got washed anyway. Nigga.
Nah, you got watched on Control.
Whatever.
Kendrick clapped back on the diss saying,
You sneak this and I let it slide. I think it's false confidence got him inspired. I can't let them respect you, baby, it's not my job. You're finally famous for who you date, not how you rhyme, boy. Cute ass raps, get your puberty up. Then make you a classic album before you come at us. Drake and McMill beef might got you gassed up, but I'm a whole other beast, I really fuck you up.
Kendrick gave more towards Sean because of his multiple attempts in throwing shots at him. And in my opinion, throughout Big Sean's career, it always seemed like he was chasing respect in the rap game. Big Sean is very talented, don't get me wrong, but his public relationships and pop songs always strayed him away from hip-hop. Kendrick then ends the verse,
"This goes out for those who choose to use disrespectful views on the king of hip-hop."
Looking back now, I totally understand why Kendrick didn't release the track. It would have definitely strayed away from his album, in which he most likely wanted to highlight redemption and themes of religion in the project.